Hello everyone, in this video we are going to talk about the management of labor in twin pregnancy. So let's start with the definition again as we do in our every video. Let me select my pen. Okay, now let's go. Now what is the concept here? It's a twin pregnancy and we need to deliver the babies. So what we should do? Should we go for cesarean section directly, or should we try for vaginal delivery? Another thing is, how should we proceed? We should be waiting for a spontaneous labor, or we should do some induction, or induction at either term or even preterm. When we should do it and how we should do it. This is how the concept happens. Now, as we know this thing, these obstetric things, whenever you try to understand the obstetrics, one thing you should do, as I have told in my another video, that you should concentrate what happened in past, just like 500-600 years ago, what people were doing there when there was no obstetric gynecologist, no facilities were there. Still at that time also twins delivery were happening. So how we take this obstetrics in today's scenario, this is what the point here is. This is how you really understand what is obstetrics, rather than just copying from the book. Just understand like this. Now see, what is a spontaneous delivery? That happens spontaneously at term, yet can 40 weeks also. With the spontaneous delivery, we should know this thing, that there are twins in the uterus, or maybe even triplets. They have growths. So after 37 weeks, they are just growing and growing. Okay. So if there is a singleton pregnancy, we can continue till 40 or 41, because we want a very healthy baby, even more than 3.5 kgs. We are okay with that. But in case of twin deliveries, we are not okay with increasing weight of these twins, because there is increased chances of many complications. For example, for mother, increased total products of conceptions, including the weight of both fetus, even both placentas, and the uterus is such a big, and to supply them, the uterus is also very hyper growth is there. So everything, it's complication after term more than 37 weeks. The cardiac load upon the mother, physiological bearing of mother is going to be complicated if we allow the twin pregnancy to wait for spontaneous delivery more than 37 weeks. Even the fetus has complication, like it can have stillbirth. Malpresentation of first baby will compromise all baby inside the uterus. For example, if first baby is malpositioned, then that baby will not get delivered. Okay, and that's why the other babies inside the uterus, still inside the uterus, is also going to be very problematic. Sometimes placental abruption can happen in case of monochorionic twins. One twin is delivered, then the placenta gets separated, but the placenta is only one. So the twin still inside the uterus can have severe fetal distress and the fetus can die. In case of monoamniotic pregnancy, there is no layer between two fetus. Both fetus are in same cavity, in same fluid. So the cord entanglement can happen, and that's why they can do even distress and stillbirths. In case of monoamniotic pregnancy, locking can be done. Locking can happen if the first baby is breech. So all this problem can happen in twin pregnancy. So twin pregnancy is just not like another normal pregnancy. So we should see all the problems, all the risk benefit ratio we should study. Then we should take the decision of whether we should go for vaginal or we should go for cesarean. Now, all complicated twins, like the twins with IUGR, the twins with twins with IUGR, twins with TTTS, twin to twin transfusion syndrome, conjoined twins. In this kind of complicated twin pregnancy, we should never go for vaginal delivery. We should go for cesarean section directly at specific gestational age, starting from 34. So we will see further. Now let's talk about types of pregnancy and their high risk. The most high risk pregnancy is MCMA, high risk twin pregnancy, that is monochorionic monoamniotic pregnancy, because both twins are in same cavity and many complications can happen. So in this kind of pregnancy, we straightforward take decision of cesarean section, and that also at 34 weeks after steroid cover of the patient. So what actually happens in this pregnancy, if we further delay in this pregnancy, the both twins can have so much of complication like cord entanglement, locking, everything can happen. So we don't prefer it. We just do cesarean section at 34 weeks after steroid cover in case of MCMA. If the pregnancy of monochorionic diamniotic pregnancy, in this pregnancy there are two cavities. Okay, there are two cavities. So vaginal delivery can be done, but not more than 30 weeks, 37 weeks. Again, I told you the same complication more or less apply in MCDA also. In case of DCDA, that is dichorionic diamniotic pregnancy, this is not a very high risk pregnancy, high risk twin pregnancy. Vaginal delivery can be surely an option in this kind of pregnancy if no other problems are there. But in this pregnancy also we should terminate at 38 weeks, because again we want to decrease the total product of conception weight. Okay, so in MCMA we directly go for cesarean section. In MCDA and DCDA we see the presentation of first twin. What is the first twin in twin pregnancy? The twin that is lower, a twin that is in lower uterine segment is the first twin. So if we see the first twin, the presentation is vertex, we should go for vagina. And if the presentation is not vertex, then we should go for cesarean section. This rule is simple. How? Because if the first twin is vertex, then we should go for vaginal, because it will get delivered easily. But the other twin, we should have some concerns about us in our mind also. It's just not like that go for just vaginal delivery. No, we should also think about the second twin also, but more or less than this first twin. If the first twin is vertex, then yes, we should go for vaginal delivery. Then comes to the second twin. If the second twin is breech, we should go for assisted breech delivery. And if the twin is transverse lie, then we sometimes do internal podalic version. That is the only indication of internal podalic version. But again, internal podalic version is not a simple thing. It should be done in OT under anesthesia. So many times people don't go for internal podalic version. Instead, they directly do cesarean section for the second twin even. That is transverse lie. So there is no hard and fast rule that we should go directly for internal podalic version. No. If any point of time, if you get the problem, and if you see that there is a significant risk against fetus, you can directly go for cesarean section. Now, delivery of second twin, it should be not very delayed, even more than 30 minutes. What you should do is, soon after first twin delivery, please don't give oxygen or carboprost, anything. Any oxytocin should be not given if there is any fetus inside. So just confirm it, reconfirm it. Sometimes the patient, undiagnosed patient, uninvestigated, undiagnosed patient comes to you and you don't know whether it is a twin delivery or single. Then in this case, you should be very cautious that yes, even after first twin, even after first delivery, first baby's delivery, you should just examine the patient for any other babies still are there or not. Do pervaginal examination, exclude cord presentation, because the second twin, after the first twin is delivered, the second twin is at that time is adjusting and coming into the presentation. So at that time uterus might not be well contracted. At that time there may be cord, there is high chance of cord can be present before the fetus. So you should rule out this thing first. If the cord is not there, then you should simply do controlled ARM. Controlled ARM prevents the cord presentation. We will see what is controlled ARM in some another video, and that's how we deliver the second baby. So this was all about management of labor in twin pregnancy. My friends, remember one thing: try to go for vaginal delivery, but if you think that there is a significant risk to the fetus or mother, you should directly go for cesarean section. Thank you.